name is Perry Everett. I live in Santa Clara, California, and I know Murray because I bought a couple knives from him and told him I was interested in going to Japan to see a little more about the country and about knife making, and he told me at that time that he led a tour once a year. Maybe I'd be interested in going with him and some other people to see some traditional bladesmithing work in Japan. I said I was, and so that's how we got together, and we spent the last 10-11 days in Japan, which have been very enjoyable. And the thing that most impressed me is everyone that we went to see was absolutely so gracious. They were happy, or at least as they appeared to be happy that we came to see them. There was not like they were doing us a favor or anything like that. And I really enjoyed it. And then Kyoto was, to me, was one of the highlights. We got to stay in a traditional Japanese hotel, like a Japanese home, where you sleep on tatami mats. And the people there were absolutely gracious as can be. And then we went to a stone cutting place where they make the natural, process the natural stones for sharpening knives, and we trekked through the mountains for a couple hours and actually found some of our own stones and then was able to process them. It was very exciting. And then Kyoto is, I guess, the cultural capital of Japan. We got to go to see some traditional people doing their various crafts, which I thought was very enjoyable. And I don't know what else you want me to say.
My name's John Thurmond, and I'm a professional chef, and I've been working with Murray for about 6 or 7 years now. This is my second trip to Japan. I made it to Japan last year with everyone, and even on some of the same the same trips and visiting the same places, I've gotten to see so many new things this year. Even going down to see Shiraki again and getting to watch him work and sit down and have lunch with him was as exciting as it was last year, and I feel like I got to experience more and understand more about what goes on in his shop. My first trip to Japan, I wanted to experience as much as I could, and I realized you can only take in so much at a time, and so to get to come back a second time and have a better understanding and get to learn more and understand how everything works a little bit better has been a real incredible trip. I would agree with Perry that Kyoto was definitely a high point of the trip and was really, really exciting. Another high point for me was when we were in Seki. I was able to go over to Mr. Sakai's house, Murray's friend, and I was able to cook dinner for everybody. And so I made a salad, some soup, and then grilled some meats and some fish, and cooked dinner for a Japanese family in their home, which was pretty special for me. I had a good time doing that. I don't think you should have any reservations. I think it's a pretty fun trip.
Yeah, I do too. I think if you don't enjoy yourself, it's your own fault, because you have the opportunity to. If you're interested in, if that's what you're interested in, you're getting tons of knowledge. And like I said, the people are so gracious. They're willing to bend over backwards to help you or show you things. And I think you would never, if you came to Japan on your own, you will never experience this, I can tell you. But this way, because Murray lived here for 18 years, he speaks fluent Japanese, he's a great guide because you don't have to worry about not knowing things, and he helps you all throughout the trip. And because of that, it makes it much more enjoyable. You come by yourself. I mean, they don't print everything in English for you in Japan, so you need someone there to help you, or else you won't know what's going on. And he's very good at that. And like I said, he speaks as well as any native, and that's encouraging for people who go on trips, because you're not left wondering or holding the bag, so to speak, once in a while.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, this is my second trip, and I plan on coming again next year. And I feel you can only soak up so much culture in one shot, and so the more I come, the more I understand the culture, the better experience it is for me. And it's a real crash course in understanding understanding Japan, and understanding the knife culture, and understanding the food culture for me as well. So,
well, thanks for coming on this trip with me.
You're welcome.